Hi, Stormy Writer here. So, if you've seen my previous video, you know that I'm looking into promoting more of my stuff again. So, I'm looking at, to begin with, which has always been the closest to my heart, which is the Bloodbound, or the Blood series. These books are Bloodbound, which is the first one, which is already published and you can get from Amazon. And I'm currently working on the second one, which is Blood Brother. And then there's the third one then, which I haven't got a working title for yet, but I know the basic premise. So, as I said, I'm now currently working on Blood Brother, which is the second book. This is looking at the similar events as what happened in Bloodbound, but from a different couple, in inverted commas, point of view. So there's references to characters that we know from the first book. There's also references to events that happen in the first book. What's very interesting about the Blood Brother is it'll tie up some of the loose ends that are only hinted at in the first book. It's only really until the third book that a lot of your suspicions, whether they will either be validated or you'll see the truth of what's been happening at all times. With Bloodbound, there's no really kind of set place for it, apart from being in the UK. With Blood Brother, it's a lot clearer that it is set in Northern Ireland. Part of it is because it references Belfast several times. Because of this, there was one certain element that I wanted to bring into Blood Brother, and hence the brother part, is two kind of terms that you kind of think of when you think of the word brother. One is the kind of religious sense, a monk, the kind of the father, brother kind of element that they have within religion. What I've taken from that is turned some of these vampires into religious vampires. I think sometimes people forget that when a vampire is turned, they are pretty much still the same person that they were before. They're just accentuated to what they were before. They have heightened senses, heightened abilities, things like that. But in some respect, their core beliefs don't change. Anyone that's a fan of Anne Rice's stuff knows that it can sometimes cause a conflict between a belief system that they had as a mortal and how they have to live their lives as an immortal. For the vampires in my book, they've taken that belief system that they've had previously and just continued it. A lot of imagery in kind of Christian, Catholic religions is about the body, the blood of Christ. So it isn't that much of a leap for vampires to take what is already a strong image associated with blood and body to turn it into something more related to them. The other term for brother is more of a military term, a band of brothers, a kind of collective family that you have while at war, a unity that is beyond blood. This is shown in the main character, Strong Man, who has a military background. And for him, a strength that comes from being a warrior. However, he may not have found the unity in conventional military, that unity of a band of brothers, due to faith. He has found his strength in a more streamlined family. For him, he doesn't have a band of brothers. He has a sister, his fellow warrior in Black Petal. Now, when I say sister, I don't mean it in that terms. They are lovers. But in that sense, that strong camaraderie that you have with someone that you have to fight with. What I love about both of these, the religious and the military, there are lots of imageries that can be played within this, from both a vampiric and a mortal point of view. And that is at the moment what I'm having fun with. I'm looking at specifically, right at this moment in time, I'm writing more about the churches. The CVS, as it's known within the book, and the imageries that they use. How they're almost, but not quite, in the satanic sense of altering perceived imageries and perceived notions associated with religion, and not necessarily turning it evil, as maybe Satanists are associated with doing, but turning it to their own way of life. So that's just a little insight into Blood Brother, where I'm at in regards to that, and that's it for now. Thank you.